Holy crap, guys. I was not ready for Matt Walsh's new movie, Am I Racist? And I was able to go to an early screening last night, and suffice it to say that it was better than I was expecting. And I was expecting a lot from this because I really liked What is a Woman like a lot. But even though this was a similar style to What is a Woman, I thought on every count it was better. I'm going to explain why. Without further ado, this is my review.
Is there a black person around here?
There's a black person right here. Does he not exist?
They gon' say I'm racist.
So again, my overall focus of the review is that this movie was an improvement from What is a Woman. And one of the reasons why I say that is because the places that Matt Walsh was able to get into was impressive. In What is a Woman, it was kind of like random people. Some of them were more important than others. But in this movie, it was incredibly important people in the DEI movement. I'm going to play a few videos throughout this video of the movie of him interacting with these people. He got into like the elites of DEI. It's not like random people. These are people who have been on the front lines of it. One of the best interactions was with this anti-racism dinner. It's very famous. Again, I don't know how he got in there, but he did. Here's a clip from that dinner.
I used to be a white woman, an unsuccessful one, for many decades, and it was a miserable experience. And really, the hatred of yourselves and each other is like the not seeing your power, the being afraid. Like, all you do is talk shit about each other, talk shit about yourself. Oh my God,
That's
I'm so
all
fat.
they do. That's all they do. I'm telling you, these white women.
But that's it. It's I'm so fat, I'm so stupid, I'm blah blah blah.
Sorry.
Your kids are watching you, and they're watching you talking shit about each other, raging against the machine or being silent or whatever the hell it is that you're doing or not doing, and they know that you're not doing shit for them.
That's so important. That is so important what you just said. It's really important. That's all.
We may have to add you to our team.
Oh, I would love to take a seat and join you.
No, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Definitely not allowed.
Okay. I have my DEI certification that I got.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
not saying I'm an expert, but I'm also not a novice. So, okay.
White people are starved for these conversations.
We are. We're so starving.
Yeah.
We are so starving for this.
So the secondhand embarrassment is so strong. On one hand, it's secondhand embarrassment because of Matt Walsh. He commits to the character so hard throughout the movie. It's really good. On the other hand, though, it's because you can see how hard you cringe from what the DEI specialists, I say specialists in air quotes, by the way, what they're saying. It is maddening. You can hear at the very beginning of that clip, for instance, that lady literally says, "Oh, I used to be white." It's like, what? You used to be white? Also, she's Hispanic. I don't even know. I don't know what the heck she's saying, but it gets crazier and crazier throughout the movie. In every interaction Matt has with these people, I was surprised by how radical and crazy they are. They take it further than I could have imagined. That's one thing that the film does a really good job of, is for sure this, I'm not saying that every single person who believes in DEI believes these things, but it shows how far DEI has gone, the extremes that it goes to. And again, if you're into politics like I am, you see the craziness. But this movie shows how they're taking the craziness to the next level. And that's why I say I was so stunned to see some of the things. One of the big themes of this movie that's really crazy is the staggering amount of money that these DEI experts charge. It's something that they focused on a little bit in What is a Woman, that there's kind of this monetization of gender ideology and surgeries, and that's really evil. And they kind of talked about it, but it was glossed over a little bit. I think they could have focused on it more. In this film, they really make it, and when you go see the film, you'll know what I mean. They really put it in the center on how people are monetizing this this supposed academic study. I'm not joking when I say it was a staggering amount of money. They probably spent like $100,000 just meeting DEI people throughout the film. They would literally charge them like $10,000 to meet with them and get a training on DEI. And it was like the dumbest training ever because they showed it in the movie. You can see it. So again, similar to What is a Woman, but much more powerful and straightforward in this. In regards to probably my other favorite thing that surprised me a little bit about the movie, the incoherent message of DEI and the left. Again, we know it's incoherent, but Matt Walsh does this expert job of letting them show that they don't have any basics in logic. Well, again, we know it's not logical, but you would assume if they're the top dogs in the DEI movement, that they would have some sort of argument, even if there were like fallacies in there, even if it was kind of crap, but like they have no basis of logic whatsoever because Matt Walsh would ask the most basic questions and it all just unraveled. One of those moments is towards the beginning of the film. I want to play a clip of that right now.
My daughter's 4 years old. I am an anti-racist educator, quote unquote. She's still watching Disney movies and she is choosing a white princess over princesses of color.
Have you talked to her about that?
All the time.
My 3-year-old daughter is her favorite princess is Moana.
Love it.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
But then I also thought, there's a little bit of cultural appropriation here. She wants to be Moana for Halloween. Mm-hmm. So how do we navigate that? Do I go and buy the Pacific Islander native attire for my white 3-year-old?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
But I guess what we might call the Moana problem here is what, on one hand, there's cultural appropriation. On the other hand, there's gravitating towards white characters.
Right.
So it's almost like no matter which way you go, you end up back in racism.
We think every space belongs to us because we live in a white supremacist society.
Well, guys, I had a favorite moment of the film. It stunned me. Everyone in the audience was like audibly gasping and laughing at the same time. I'm going to show parts of it in just 1 second and talk about it. Really quick though, before that, I do want to talk about the sponsor of this show, Alpha Progression. If you know me, guys, I'm into fitness. I love it. It's important to me, but sometimes my workouts get a little stale. I don't know if you've experienced that. That's why I partnered with Alpha Progression. They're an app that you can get on your phone that actually integrates with your Apple Fitness app, and it helps you keep your workout plans working for you, whether you're a beginner. You can put in some goals, and it will actually create a whole workout plan for you where you can keep track of your sets, your reps. Again, you can literally say, I want muscle growth in these areas, and it will help you know exactly what workouts to do so you don't have to come up with them on your own. If you're already kind of more established, you already have your plans, you can just go put in your workout plans and then keep track of how much weight you're lifting so you can continually improve over time. If you go to the link in the description right now, use my code at alphaprogression.com/Joshua, you'll get a 2-week free trial, so you might as well go check it out. It's been a game changer for me, as well as 20% off your first month. Again, link in the description below, but it's alphaprogression.com/Joshua. 2 weeks free, 20% off your first month. My favorite part of Am I Racist? Bar none, is when Matt Walsh meets with Robin DiAngelo, because she does something that is too crazy to even come up with. And obviously Matt Walsh had it pre-planned with his producers. I have no idea how they thought of this. I never would have thought of this. It was amazing. And just so you guys know, before I say what it is, Robin DiAngelo, if you don't know who this is, she's not just some woke lady. This is one of the forefront DEI initiative people. She wrote a book called White Fragility that sold like hundreds of thousands of copies. She has made tons of money from this. She's on the front line. So how he got an interview with Robin DiAngelo is absolutely crazy. Before I say the exact part that blew my mind, I want to show you just a little clip of his interaction with her.
Hi, Robin.
Hi. And what's your name?
I'm Matt.
Matt. Hi, Matt.
Nice to meet you.
I just had to ask who you are because you have to be careful.
Never be too careful.
So this is a bit of a spoiler, just so you guys know. But my favorite part of the movie is that Matt Walsh gets Robin DiAngelo on camera to pay his black producer reparations. I'm not even joking. It is as crazy as it sounds. He calls out his producer, who happens to be black, and he hands him $20 from his own wallet, and he just kind of gives this fake, obviously, sob story, to, I think his name is Ben, to his producer. And he's like, will you accept? It's all I have. It's like $20. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to say no to cash. It's really funny. The producer does a really good job as well. But then Robin DiAngelo gets very uncomfortable by this, and Matt basically out-DEIs her and pressures her into going off camera. Luckily, they get it, but she goes off of kind of the traditional interview set, walks over to her purse, pulls all the cash in her wallet, which I think is like $30, and hands it to Matt Walsh's producer. And I don't do it justice. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It ended Robin DiAngelo's career on the spot. The reason why I say that is she deleted most of her social media accounts immediately. She issued a statement too about the movie, But the funny thing is the statement like agrees with everything Matt Walsh said. She was like, and Matt Walsh himself pointed this out on Twitter. He basically said, or she said something along the lines of, this is trying to destroy DEI initiatives and it's harmful to that community. And he's like, yeah, that's the whole point. So she obviously was humiliated by this interaction. It was great. Again, you got to see that moment. I'm telling, when I say the audience gasped and was laughing their heads off, it is not an exaggeration. It is so shocking because Matt Walsh commits so hard to the character, and Robin DiAngelo isn't like an actor. We know who she is, and so to see her do that is so shocking. So my overall assessment is go see the movie and bring someone with you who believes in DEI, because here's the thing about DEI, guys, it's really weird. There are a lot of moderates out there who believe in it because it sounds nice. Yeah, diversity, equity, I don't know. No one knows what equity usually means. Inclusion sounds really nice. So they believe in it, not realizing what it truly is. And Matt Walsh, through his kind of deadpan comedy and just his fake authenticity throughout the movie, what he does is he basically just exposes it. At no point is it Matt Walsh just ripping on DEI. It's literally DEI just saying what they are, and it's so ludicrous that even the liberals in that audience are going to look at it and make fun of it. So go see it, bring a friend who is a liberal, and I promise you're going to have a good time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.